He is so adorable. This is Orange. He's adorable. Look at camera. Oh, look at his belly. He has this big bald belly. He's so adorable. Our Warhuck says, Luke, you have stated before that you send your players surveys about the campaigns. I would like to do this for a couple of my groups. What are some of the questions you ask them? I will literally show you the questions I asked them. We're gonna go into Survey. Is it Survey Monkey? Yeah, I use Survey Monkey for that. Let me go into Survey Monkey for you. I will literally show you the questions. And player satisfaction survey. Here we go. So here's my most recent player satisfaction survey. And let's go to analyze results. So I asked this survey of two groups. I'll zoom in a little bit here. Curse of Strahd, my Curse of Strahd group, and my Ancient Dragon group. So I had 3 players answer this survey and 4 players answered this survey. And no names are in here, it's all anonymous. And so the first question was this. Overall, how satisfied are you with the game? And now some of these players, now the Curse of Strahd players, they do not pay to play. It's just friends we play. The Ancient Dragon group, these are my patrons. They pay a good amount of money to play with me. So just for context. And the overall rating out of 5 was 4.9. And this is all anonymous. It's important to do this anonymously so that they feel comfortable telling you the truth. It was like, sorry, the game sucks, all the way up to like, love the game. And I had one person who was at a 4 and everybody else was at a 5. So that's good. Overall, that's a good indicator for me. The first question, I think there are 3 questions I asked them. What are things you enjoy about the game that I should keep doing? So I want to know the things they like about the game so I can make sure I keep on doing them. This is just a free form. They can write whatever they want. Whatever they want, they can put it in here, and then I read it. What are the things you dislike about the game that I should change or improve? It's minor, but you used to post the time and date in chat. That was useful in visualizing the setting, tracking spells, etc. So I used to do that. I stopped doing it, and guess what? Based upon this feedback, I started doing it again, and now I'm doing that again in my online games. This person was saying basically there wasn't quite enough magical items or rewards being handed out, and he was right. And I ramped that up a little bit. I started introducing more magic items and stuff into the game. I don't always implement all of the feedback. I want to be very, very clear. It just so happens that upon reflecting upon these 2, I decided that they were right and had good points, and I made changes. Just because somebody tells me a thing doesn't mean I do it, but it does mean that I think about it and then implement it if it makes sense to do so, and if I think that their concerns or points are valid. I feel that the luck point system is making the content too easy. Maybe we should declare. Yeah, so we talked about this. I think this was in my Curse of Strahd game, and we talked about it. We actually no longer use the luck point system. We got rid of it entirely. It was too metagamey. For me personally, it did make it too easy, but the bigger problem with the luck point system is that it was super metagamey, and I did not like it. Nothing comes to mind. Sorry, no idea. Honestly, I'm good. So I got, and all 3 of these things, I took action on these things, and we changed things. What are things I should consider adding to the game or start doing to make it better? So here's where they can suggest things that they would enjoy that I'm not currently doing. There was some, that's a lot of text. I'm not going to read that. I don't mind the rolling of real dice, but a dice cam. Oh, this guy wanted to see a dice cam. I'm not going to give you a dice cam. Not for an online game. That's too much work. So I did not do that. Like I said, I don't implement everything. Tailored rewards among, yeah, I started doing this. And this person was, some of us are becoming starved for rewards. So yeah, he was right. So I tailored some rewards. I added some rewards in there. More permanent wounds. So this is a player that likes a really gritty, hardcore game. and he wanted like that, and not all players like that, and so we did not go that route exactly. Happy with the game. Add someone who worships the interdimensional Kraken, please. I haven't done that yet. Loot is a bit light. See, people were, so I had several feedback points about not giving out enough loot in the game. There were several players that mentioned that, and I consequently ramped it up. It's that when you have multiple people saying the same thing, that kind of confirms that there's a little bit of veracity to that, you know? And then there was just an open feedback thing, you know? It was leave any other feedback or comments that you may have here. So that's my basic survey that I give out to my players, you know? This person wants to play more in person, but it wasn't under our control. This is a Curse of Strahd game, I'm sure, you know? So yeah, there we go. That's the survey that I give out to my players. I did this last in August. It's probably about time for me to give this out again, you know, but I do this every so often to just get some feedback from my players, see the things that I'm doing well, see the areas that I can improve upon, get some ideas from my players, see how they're feeling. It's important to do it anonymously so your players feel like they can give you honest feedback, and they're not just being nice to you. See, when you ask people in person after a game session, or you ask people if they had fun, you can't trust their answers, because socially we've been conditioned to be nice people. Well, most of us have. But when you do an anonymous survey like this, then you can feel more confident that you're getting good answers. Let's do our sleazy plug, get us rolling here. So our sleazy plug for tonight is my Patreon PDF. I want to just remind folks that I publish this thing out every single month to my patrons. It is full of dungeon master resources. I got things, and you're seeing on screen right here images from our last Patreon PDF that just got published this last week here. We have things in there like villains with stat blocks, NPCs, traps, puzzles, really cool fleshed out puzzles, by the way, magic items, encounters. Every single PDF has 2 complete D&D 5th edition adventures in it, complete with maps designed for virtual tabletops. I've teamed up with the Mad Cartographer, who makes really sweet maps, and he's doing a lot of the maps for these PDFs. There's an example of one right there. So lots of cool crap in there for my patrons every single month. The idea here is that it reduces your prep time and improves the quality of your game. That's the idea. So if you think this might be something that would be useful for you, you might be able to use in your games and all that good stuff, there's a link down below to my Patreon page, and it's also right there on the screen as well. Also note on here, I have a team of contributors who help contribute ideas to this. So we have I'm trying to get together a professional type publication here. This is not some piece of crap that we throw together in 2 seconds and then be like, "Oh, look at, I made you something." Ha! No, the idea here is this high quality crap. This last Patreon PDF was 30 pages long. So my goal here is to give folks useful stuff they can use in their games. So there you go. There's my sleazy plug.